garbage. No, if I were rich, well, if I was making, what was I making at the airport? I was making like, the most I made in a year at the airport was like 23 grand probably. If I made $40,000 a year, I would be the happiest person on earth.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Like
even 30 grand.
I think like the most I ever made in a year, I made because I had commissions with it as well. It was like about almost 47. I think I made in 1 year. Like, and that was like when I was doing like the agency stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I was working with TV.
I was gonna say you probably made the most in LA, but you didn't even fucking realize.
No, yeah, I made a lot more in LA, but the thing is, like, you get so fucked so hard with taxes because they take and rent. Yeah, rent is the biggest thing. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
it's so dumb.
It's like half your income.
Oh yeah, it's insane. It's insane how much that fucking just takes from.
Insane.
But yeah, but I got lucky sometimes because when I was younger, I had a place that was like $240, but I was sharing a room and I had a mattress that was about 3 inches thick. That's what you do as a filmmaker. If you want to be a filmmaker, you make it fucking work.
I'm just glad I got a mattress.
And then I had a place it was 500. It was on Sunset and Crescent Heights. It was like right in the middle of like the Jewish area. It was really a great area to live in.
That's good.
And
that cheap, huh?
Yeah, well, because I was the guy that rented it, or the guy who had it. His father was the guy who is in charge of all the trash pickup in Orange County. So they were loaded, like stupid amount of money. And so he was just like, "Yeah, just throw me like 500, and you can just have a room."
Okay.
And I'm like, "All right, it's cool." Yeah. Okay. So he's like, because he just needed roommates. He's like, "I have a 3-bedroom apartment in." It's because this is really nice Jewish apartment complex, luxury apartment complex. It was a fucking great place.
Yeah,
really awesome, and like it was Jews, and they take really good care of their shit, and
preserved.
Yeah, and so like I don't know how much the rent was. Like I want to say it was like $3 grand a month or something like that, something stupid.
He just needed a little dent in it.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, my dad pays for my rent, but like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
But he got like that 500 from you then.
Yeah, he got me like 500.
He kept that 500.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm assuming he did. I didn't give a shit because at that point, like, because I was living in a luxury apartment for $500. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great curb appeal, and it was great like showing up and like because if they were out of town, or they're out like, and I bring a girl home and they're like, "Oh, this is where you live." I'm like, "Yep," and it's like, "Fuck yeah, dog," because you don't.
I'm a filmmaker.
Because where it was, and then I went from there. Then I went to Sunset and Fairfax, and right up the hill was the comedy factory.
Laugh Factory.
Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
I think it's that one of the ones. No, Laugh Factory's here, and the other one.
Comedy Magic.
No.
Improv.
No, the
comedy work. No comedy. It's the big one. The comedy.
Yeah,
God damn it! Comedy Store.
Yeah, the Comedy Store. Yeah, that one. The store.
Yeah.
It was the store. Literally, like I was maybe a 6-minute walk from it.
That's cool.
Yeah. It was so crazy. So like when I think back on it, I'm like, dude, if I was a comedian, if I would have chose that instead, that would have been the best apartment to have had. Because that one I paid, I think $800 a month, which was a fucking
sure.
But I had my own parking spot, and I had with internet and cable. It came with everything.
It was all included?
And had laundry and dryer in unit.
You got it. You got it good.
Because the guy who I was renting it from, he was a business guy, so he was out of town all the time, and he had a condo. But this was like more of the Cubanos, the Spanish people, because he was Cuban, and everyone that lived in the thing were like either Greek or Spanish or like Central or South American.
Yeah.
And he was always out of town. He's like, I just need someone that lives here. And so it was like really, he was gay, and he had a partner. And so he kept it really nice, always stocked with alcohol and everything like that. And again, it was another great curb appeal. And
cool.
when I brought people over, women over, they would be like, "Oh my God, this is where you live." I'm like, "Yep."
That's great.
So that's what I did.
You little mooch.
I mean, like,
you dirty little mooch.
You do what you got to do until you.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Shit,
so,
man.
And then, of course, like, a girl that I really liked, because I ended up meeting a girl that I liked. And, of course, I told her, I'm like, yeah, like, I have a...
I got a deal.
Yeah, I have a deal. but it was.
I don't know.
But it was a great place. It was awesome. Like the only
Sure.
thing that was bad was the fact that we across the street was a CVS, and some homeless people would always every once in a while there'd be one that
They always
screamed.
flock to CVS. Yeah.
Every once in a while, one of them would scream and yell,
Oh.
but that'd be the only bad thing.
Yeah, that's whatever.
But that was like the only thing.
I live in LA.
And then if you left the window open, you'd get like the sniffles.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
because it gets cold because the desert.
Yeah, you get chilly.
Yeah, so that's about the only bad things about the whole
I don't
thing.
know, man. When I lived in the desert, it never really got that cold. I thought it was just great. I think people out who have lived in the desert their whole lives just don't know what
Normal.
cold is. Like I'm gatekeeping a little bit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The cold, like that's so fucking stupid. But I loved it. I fucking loved living out in the desert. But fuck, God. And then I came back here. I was like, God, it's cold all the
Cold
time.
as shit all the
Sucks.
time. What I really hated, I hated the cold, the winter this year. But what I'm really starting to hate now is this fucking wind.
Yeah,
This
it's
wind needs to
terrible.
stop.
It's crazy.
Dude, it's so stupid. Like trying to drive on the interstate, it's
I
like you're
know.
driving. You can literally feel your car.
I know it sucks. Yeah, I was when Dayton and I came over here last night. I was driving his truck, and it's like a truck. Like it's not a fucking tiny car or anything. It was like,
It's like,
it's like,
it's
God
what-
damn.
What's the point of this? And then I think about it. It's like we can't see this, and like we don't know what wind is. Like imagine how people felt like back in the old time.
Wind is? We don't. I mean, we really. It's just we know how wind happens, but we don't know like air.
And
What is air? We breathe it.
Yeah, trees make it.
Trees make it.
They breathe in the carbon dioxide. They breathe in what we breathe out.
Photosynthesis or something.
Photosynthesis is like how they eat, isn't it? How they eat?
Yeah, they eat the sun.
Yeah.
They eat the sunlight.
Is that
Shit, man, I don't know. I'm glad I'm not a plant because I'd be pretty confused all the
that
time.
was the weirdest thing. I'm like, photosynthesis? About taking a picture? How the fuck is taking a picture have to do with eating?
The sun?
Yeah.
They're eating the sun? How does that work? And then sunflowers will face towards the sun. Like, whoa.
Jesus.
They're
They
real.
talk about all the time how that, like in Africa, the trees that they start getting eaten by giraffes will release the scent to the other trees. And so like they will change flavor.
Oh, yeah.
So that they don't get eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck?
I've heard that apples, like not necessarily the trees, but if you keep them with like in a bowl with other fruits, they will make the other fruits rot quicker because they release like this kind of like it's like a territorial thing. Like they can tell. It's wild.
What?
Yeah.
Apples?
Yeah. Apples
Apples.
territorial. I hope this is something real and I wasn't just goofed on because I don't know, man. It's kind of fucking crazy. Like put an apple in with like a pear and a banana. I don't know.
Here it is.
Could be something. If you live in a cooler climate with a garage that doesn't freeze, you could store larger quantities of apples there. Keep them away from other fruit and vegetables that over-ripen easily. However, the ethylene gas the apples give off will hasten the ripening of other produce. That's crazy.
That is insane.
So as they're like slowly getting like more ripe and more ripe,
right.
they are making these
Other
other
ones.
fruits get riper and riper. So I'm guessing that's some kind of
It has to be
thing.
evolutionary mechanism. Yeah.
Well, because then like the point of a fruit is to get eaten.
Yeah.
They want to get eaten to be spread.
Mm-hmm.
The seeds in
the
the fruit.
seeds in the fruit, and they poop out the seeds.
Exactly. So if they're on the ground with a bunch of other fruit in the forest or something, right?
Oh.
Then they're gonna fucking release these gases that will make like the pears and the berries and the bananas and all this other shit rot quicker and become like. Oh, also it's kind of funny that have you watched videos of animals that like eat rotten fruit that's become alcohol?
Oh yeah, they get drunk and
Great.
shit. Yeah.
It's awesome. So
Horses
like
do
animals,
that. That's what horses do with apples.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Birds do it too. It's crazy. But yeah, so the apples are just like, get the fuck out. This is my
This is
shit.
my this is my
shit,
area
dog.
now.
Which is kind of weird because I guess like they'll probably get buried in the ground anyway
Yeah.
because they're dying.
They're dying. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's interesting though.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Yeah.
Maybe the seed will get bad though.
Maybe.
That might be something. Who am I? Do rotten? I should know more about fruit. I'm a fucking vegan. I should be better at this. I've eaten a few hot dogs lately. I'm just letting it slip.
Yeah. Well, we all do. I ate like a half of a biscuit today, and I'm not technically supposed to. So it is what it
Why?
is.
Because it's Passover?
Stuff. Yeah. So
trying to be Jewish.
I'm really doing. That's like I
hope you
recently
do it. That's
I recently had like a really big epiphany. Well, my parents, like I told you, like my parents, they were very like fluid with religion.
Yeah,
and they just wanted
weird.
which is the weirdest thing. Yeah, for how fucking racist and like bigoted they are with a lot of other things, they were very open with that.
Yeah,
it was weird.
The Reagans were like that too, though.
Really?
They were more spiritual than religious when they lived in LA, and then they got coached to become like the Christian lords.
Yeah.
When he was running, because they knew that it would be like an easy target. But they would like meditate and fucking like he was in with like a bunch of like spiritual healers and shit.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, see, the thing is like with my parents is like I think what really fucked them up is like the fact that my brother passed away, and so what I've been told by so many people is that like like your parents were like so cool, like they were like the life of the party and stuff like that, and then like once your brother died, they just like changed. And I'm like, well, that's gonna happen. So
yeah, that'll happen.
But yeah, I think that's like one of the weird things that they did keep from like that old time of their life was that like they were super, kind of hippie-ish. They were very kind of hippie, and they were very open-minded with different religions and different process because like
not lifestyles,
but not lifestyles. Yeah, you could not be gay though,
races.
or you could not date outside your race. Which was weird because like I was brown. That's the weirdest thing. Still, I think about it. I'm a brown person. I wasn't born in America.
Dude, like every time I make fun of you for being their ticket to heaven, it's true.
It is.
I really think they felt like they were saving you from hell.
Yeah, like we're taking him away from brown people.
Yeah,
he's not going to be around brown people anymore. So like
that was their one brick in the
and I think what really like makes him feel good too is like when they would like meet other people, other Hispanic people. From like Honduras or any other country, and they're like, like John would not have been. He's so light. Like people would make fun of him because of that. It's like, well, fuck, dude. People make fun of me here.
Yeah.
They made fun of me everywhere. Like it didn't really matter. Like it was so like I'm like I don't understand that. So like they like like yeah, John, like you just wouldn't have like fit in that well because you're light. I'm like I would have spoke the language. I would have been a big guy. People wouldn't have fucked with me. Like.
Yeah.
Like it would have been me, this right here would have been there, but speaking Spanish.
Do you think if you'd stayed down there, you'd still be like the person you are now?
I'd be well, I would think I'd just be
You probably
I honestly would think because of like just I'm so much bigger than the average Honduran guy, my parents would have or I would have just gotten into sports or soccer, football. And that would have been my ticket. I would have become one of those guys. I would have just probably have played.
They play baseball down there?
Yeah, but football's more soccer, whatever you want to call it.
It's an interesting kind of I don't know.
It's not like Cuba. Like Cuba and like Dominican Republic are very more, and Haiti, they're more into baseball.
Haiti and like Puerto Rico and Mexico to an extent, but like it's more football.
Yeah,
soccer. So your parents don't care if you become Jewish?
My parents like no, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
their biggest thing is like they didn't like it that I was when I. Like for years, I was like, I don't believe in God. I don't think there was anything. So like for them, it's better that I actually just believe in something. Sure. And I think too, I don't know why, but just the older I'm getting, I'm thinking like, I need to at least have some sort of like, I need to start thinking like I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna have kids. So because I think it just will help me have more of a base and a more cemented foundation to have something to like. Hold on to. And I think a lot of it's silly, but I think a lot of religious things are silly. Yeah. I just think it's a good thing to do, and it kind of makes me think outside myself. And worst case scenario, I learn a little bit more about myself. So what's it hurt? What is it really hurting? Because I'm not like in the face with anyone else. I'm like, hey, Aaron, you should probably become Jewish too. Yeah, and like maybe like would you ever want to go to like the synagogue with me, or would you ever want to read the Torah? I don't do that with anyone because that's not anyone else's business. This is all about me. Sure. But like, I'll talk about weird, stupid shit because it's like Seder, and then talk about like doing Passover and like reading about it. And the whole thing about Passover, you do a lot of like you read the Haggadah, which is basically Exodus, which is where the Jews leave Egypt,
the
and all that stuff. Yeah, so the exit. I know, isn't it crazy how it all... But I don't know, for me it really does make sense. If I was going to believe in any of the religions, Judaism makes the most sense because Jesus was a Jew, and then Muhammad was a Jew, And it's just like, well, why don't we just believe in Judaism? Like, and Judaism is one of the older ones. So
it's one of the first.
Yeah, so
Abrahamic.
So I don't know. And then
fucking Abraham.
Middle name David. My parents named me after King David. So it all kind of like, I think I kind of like this. It's cool.
Go for it.
Yeah. So get the little hat and everything.
That's the only reason
not
you're
gonna
doing
do
it.
I'm just doing it for the hat. I'm just doing it for the hat. Honestly. How are you doing, Aaron? Doing good?
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right. What did I do today? I went to I talked to my buddy Steven. He and I are gonna try to go
that comedy,
on,
that comic book, right?
No, that was Nick Domingo. Steven's a comic here.
Okay.
I don't know if you've met Steven or not, but we were talking about doing a tour last year before COVID hit. So now we're trying to pick back.
Where would you go?
Well, now we're talking 2 separate tours, so we're trying to go for 2 weeks at a time on each one. This first one will be like up to Des Moines, Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Chicago, like the Ohio, what is it? Cincinnati, Louisville, Indy, and then go on down to Knoxville because Rowan's there, and she can put us up on a show, and we have a place to stay, and it's nice to go down there. And then maybe Asheville if we can swing it, because that's more east. But then go back towards like Nashville and St. Louis, and then come back here. And then the second one will be like the south, like we're going to. He's from Louisiana, so he knows some people down there and can get some stuff. And
nice.
Then through like do a little loop down to Louisiana, and then up through Texas and like Oklahoma.
Ooh.
And like parts of Kansas, I guess. So. Yeah, both are kind of runs that I've done similar runs of before, so I kind of have an idea of who to hit up, but it's going to be interesting to see like who is doing stuff after all this, like, in like 3 months is when we plan on doing it. So like after the fact that like, COVID hit and everything, who knows if everybody I know is still doing comedy, wanting to do it by then. So
you need to be vaccinated and everything like that. So you're like, why not?
Next Friday. He just got his second shot today.
Nice.
But
do you know which one he's? Do you know what? I hate it. That's the fact. It's like a question now that we're doing. Like, did he get the Moderna or did he get the Pfizer?
I think he got Pfizer. I think most of the people I know got the Pfizer. But yeah, and then there was like a little workshop, open mic thing where we met. So then I just told some jokes and that I haven't ever told before, and it went pretty well. So
nice. Was that not today?
Yeah, right. That was why I was late.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now.
I'd stay because it's like hour blocks that they do, so to mitigate the amount of people that are in it's a small room,
right?
So I didn't sign up for any of the blocks. I was just there because I was already there. I didn't want to take up anybody's time, but then by the end of the second one, there's like 7 or 8 minutes left for to do some time, so I jacked some of that time.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. Felt
Any
good.
new jokes?
Yeah, well, Ty and Dayton, I don't know if you met Ty before. Yeah, you met Ty at the show that we did last week.
Okay.
We're in a joke group that we try to do a joke every day, whatever, because we're all one-liner comics.
Okay.
So I really told jokes from that one. But there was one that I liked, and I think you'd probably like it. It's birthmarks are hickeys that our parents give us. And then when I was there, I thought of a tag for it where it's like kids that got adopted have 2 birthmarks. I think that's
I like
really
that.
funny.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good joke. That actually is true. Yeah. It's a hickey that your parents give you.
I mean, it looks weird as hell.
Yeah. Birthmarks are weird.
They're weird.
They are weird.
What's the
What's the deal with birthmarks? So, we're about like 20 minutes in. You think we should do the video of the week? Do our actual, a hard intro. So, let me tell you a little bit about this video.
Already. Go ahead.
So I found this video of my old bro days back in college.
Yeah, at Sioux Falls.
So, thought I should show this to y'all.
Hell yeah.
All right, enjoy.
Dog! Alright, can we be done? We're done! Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys, this is the Aaron and John Show.
Yeah, we like,
Aaron and
there's so many different ways you can intake alcohol, and lighting it on fire is not one of them. I would never thought about.
So look at it this way.
Okay.
Alcohol is poison.
Yeah,
Right? It's rotten grain, fruit, whatever. It's poison.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically poisoning your brain, your bloodstream to get a good feeling. That's why you die if you drink too much of it. But anyway,
Yep.
it's already bad, right?
Yeah.
It's already bad
It's
for
awful.
you. You're already doing something bad. Why do you have to do something worse?
Yeah, by
to put
lighting
the
on
bad
fire.
thing in you. And you're burning off the alcohol in it.
Yeah.
So that's what happens when you cook with wine or alcohol. You burn it off first, and then the alcohol is gone, and then you get the flavor of the alcohol. Why would you do that? It's less alcohol.
It actually, you're right. You are right on that one.
In a way, it makes sense for restaurants and bars to sell that because then they get to sell more shots.
Mm-hmm.
But also, that's a fucked up thing to do to somebody. That's crazy.
Like, why would you ever? Ugh.
Isn't it I don't know, shotgunning a beer? Never done that because it seems dangerous. I don't want to stab myself with my car key just to
That was
fucking
fun.
drink a beer.
Oh man, I haven't shotgunned a beer in years.
What did you shotgun, a PBR?
It was a PBR, of course. It's always PBRs.
We never drank PBRs in high school.
No, we only drank.
PBRs weren't cool.
Well, it was so interesting because at least for my group of friends, it was always I always thought I was cool because I drank Coors Light.
You would have Boulevard.
Yeah.
You're the first person that I ever saw had
That's
a
true.
12
Yeah, I
pack.
did.
I drank a Bully Porter from that mixed 12 pack that you had one time.
Yeah, because Michael gave it to me,
Mhm.
and I think it was for a birthday present or something.
Because it was winter.
I need to go through my old. I'm going to do that this week because I need to find that picture of when you and I would say that's pretty much what our friendship was born.
Mm-hmm.
Was that night when we were drinking those Smirnoff Ices?
Yeah, and I challenged you to.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the pictures on my phone of me passed out.
You still have those?
Yeah, I looked. I can't remember what I was doing. I was looking through because Chelsea's still got all of her old photos on Facebook.
Okay, maybe I should just go back on her. I could
Yeah,
probably
dude,
find- I
they're
could
all
probably-
up there, and the it's so funny to look at the titles of the albums when we used to title albums of photos on Facebook
Mhm.
because they're all just inspirational quotes with a bunch of symbols and stars and shit like you did when you're in high school.
Right.
It's pretty funny.
I love. This was kind of funny. I remember when I had a MySpace
Mhm.
and I'd post pictures and it's us drinking or something like
Yeah.
that, and my older friends hey, you should really not have those on because jobs are gonna find these.
Colleges.
I'm like, what? Isn't it so funny? Looking back on it now,
Oh
I
my
post
God.
so much more worse shit, just the memes and stuff I post. Such more
Well,
worse.
that's what I did too when I was trying to get colleges to look at my baseball shit. I untagged myself from all of those photos of
Wow,
me
yeah.
hammered and fucking whatever the fuck I was doing. So
Yeah.
there's probably a ton out there that they're probably deleted by now, but because we used to get fucking pretty sloshed.
And we would always somehow why I don't know why, but we'd always take pictures of it. We did.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was fun.
We did because
We
digital
keep it-
cameras were new
Yeah.
and
I mean,
a few people had them.
I remember Katie had one.
Mm.
I had one.
Chelsea had
one. It was, and I made out with Chelsea's cousin. Well, I guess her
Yeah.
ex-cousin now, but I did make out with her.
Ex-cousin?
Ashley.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The one that everyone thought was really hot. I'm like, yeah, let me see if I can do this.
That was the night of the barrel
Yeah.
with Miranda. I don't remember anything about that, but I just remember Miranda being like, "The barrel, the barrel."
Yeah, the
like
barrel.
the little guy in Fantasy Island is like, "The plane, the plane."
It's because we talked about the Cracker Barrel or something like that.
Oh,
And
is that it?
Yeah.
Dude, I was so fucking hammered that
Remember,
night.
we
But there's
got-
still pictures of those of us, me and you and Tim and Kyle Elder. I think we were in a line upstairs, and because that was one of the few that made it up to the living room.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the first party there, because then I think that's where you and I really became good friends.
Okay.
Before the Smirnoff thing.
Right.
I think I was comfortable enough to challenge you in our friendship.
Oh, that's why. That makes
And you're
sense.
fucking no.
No, I'm not gonna do
I was
that.
all right, let's go. But yeah, I think that was the
Because
party
I had
before
discovered
that
weed
party.
at that point, and I'm
yeah,
like,
you were
that's
I'm gonna drink 2 Smirnoffs and then
get
smoke 2 blunts by myself to the dome.
Yeah, in your car, in the backseat of your your old car.
That car was the shit, dude.
Can't believe, oh my god! And then I still go back all the time, and I still think about my senior party and how we went down, and like Kyle's truck was on the entire time, and how his battery didn't die.
He just had the truck on the whole engine.
Yeah, that's what.
How he didn't run out of gas.
Yeah, and because he just blared that, and that was so weird. Do you remember those parties that we went to, and everyone had like all of them had trucks?
Yeah,
they all had those big like 4x4 like Ram trucks, and it'd all be blaring music, and they'd all have the same CD, and they'd all be synced at the same time. So is this still like one giant woofer? Yeah, it's like if we were. I wish we could go back in time and look, and I could show people like, this is where I came from. This is why I'm so fucking weird. It's shit like this.
This is why I'm the whitest brown guy.
This is how I got drunk, guys. I remember going to those and being so scared that I didn't want to get too drunk because because like I know it's so silly because I know none of them would have done anything, but like they were some country kids, and there was a little bit of me was a fucking afraid because I was the only brown person there that I'm like. I don't want to get too drunk, and I don't want to say something or act too beanerish, and I get hurt.
You don't want to speak Spanish
and get hurt.
Let it slip.
I don't want to get hurt.
Like you're blacked out, and all you do is speak in Spanish.
But, oh my god, yeah, those are some different times back then, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I long for those kind of parties, like that together camaraderie, I guess.
Yeah, it would be nice to be able to but like everyone's older and like even like for because my class was full of fucking assholes and cunts that like even for like our 10-year reunion like
what'd you guys do?
We had a tour through the school.
Oh yeah.
And then like we went to like a bunch of different places and started drinking and just got to know each other. We just basically bar humped like JR's bunkhouse. We went to that winery. Like what I did, I bought like $150 worth of cigars.
Oh yeah,
and I just like gave them to everyone. Sure. I just started giving them to everyone, and because when we were drinking, I'm like, hey, this is just because I just wanted everyone to have fun.
Why not?
And God, this is how I was because I was always the party. I'm like, fucking, let's just keep this fucking party going because everyone always partied at my place. I will never forget like having a party at my house and then Heather. Like she got too drunk and started screaming, and it kind of killed the whole vibe, and everyone just left my house. I'm like, thanks.
That's a buzzkill.
But like what we do, but the thing is, what I was going back to them being such cunty is the fact that like some of them were like, well, they still have like disagreements with the people,
the same one, from 10 years ago.
Yeah, and I'm like, guys, like get the fuck over it. Like we're all married, have kids.
Who cares? Yeah.
Like why can't we just like enjoy like just one night and stop being a fucking cocksucker and get your fucking dildo out your butthole and have fun. But it's like my class refuses to do that.
Hold on to grudges.
Yeah, it's like it's so fucking dumb. Who gives a shit? Like besides the fact, like the only one that we should ever have a grudge with is Miles because he's fucking sending dick pics to 16-year-olds, and I don't give a fuck who you are. My name is John Clauser. You're a fucking asshole, dude, for doing that shit. Like, you're a little big piece of shit. Anyway, Miles Hoshard, Google it. Actually, I probably shouldn't do this because it's going on YouTube. I'm going to probably have to beep that out because it's probably harassment again and cyberbullying. Yeah. Dude, don't you love that beautiful email that I sent you? Or that screenshot? Yeah, that's good. And I even told him. I appealed it. And I said that, like, I will, like, delete the, like, the description. And they're like, no. Really? We're taking the video down still. Because it's the only thing I could think of. Because it's like, one, that was like episode 30. And, if you don't know what we're talking about, we had one of our videos, episode 30 got taken down. YouTube, I guess it broke some protocol thing. But the thing is, like, we're on episode 35 right now. So, like, and I had a couple episodes of my own solo podcast that had been uploaded. So that means they went back or someone reported it. Yeah. Because
I bet somebody reported it.
That's what I think too. I'm guessing. And
because I said the cops suck.
Yeah.
Cops suck.
And then you said and then we called someone who had like a show like when they catch predators.
Oh yeah. Chris Hansen.
Yeah. And then
called him a pedophile. Yeah, you're right. I forgot.
The fact
because I said it would be funny if Chris Hansen was a pedophile. You know, because it's like a twist thing. You guys get it.
Yeah.
We'll get take it down again. That's pretty funny. I forgot about that.
So it's like, damn, guys, like, jeez. It's like, and the thing is, like, we're just two dudes like beating sticks together. We're not anybody influential. That's what I love about my Instagram is that like I have like 15 point something like 1,000 followers, but I'm not that influential in the fact that I don't have as much like activity as like someone else that has the same amount of me, and that's what I love. I'm there. I'm somewhat popular, and I lay the fuck low. You know exactly what I'm going to give you every day. And that's it.
Memes and podcasts.
Yeah, memes and podcasts.
Podcasts.
So, you know what I'm gonna do to you. So it's like, it's so awesome. I love where I'm at. But if like someone new who sees my channel or my page, they're like, oh, I'm like, I'm really not. Don't worry, I'm really no one.
But let's get back to the important shit at hand. Chris Hansen's probably a pedophile.
Yeah.
You know that people that are pedophiles work close with the pedophiles. What's he doing? Working close with the pedophiles. Anyway, yeah, high school was crazy.
High school was awesome.
What a time.
It was an awesome time. What was the best memory of yours in high school?
Oh, probably. I mean, my senior year was cool, but it wasn't like super fun. So probably my junior year. I don't know. Like I said, like all the hangs and the parties and shit, like.
The hangs were awesome.
The hangs were great. Like hanging out at Corey's place and your place and Chelsea's place was like, Chelsea sucked a lot
because it was so
just
far
like,
out.
It was so far out. Tara's place was cool the few times we went there, like real parties out there.
If you had alcohol, like those were the best places to drink at.
Sure, yeah.
But it was like also the most scariest because you're driving home in the fucking...
Well, yeah, and they're all in the fucking boonies.
Yeah, like literally out in the fucking
that was what
sticks.
was cool about your place was that it was up the street from my house. Like I could just fucking...
Hell, worst case, you could walk.
Absolutely,
yeah. It would have taken you 15 minutes.
I don't think I did. It wouldn't even take 15. It'd take fucking 10 minutes probably.
It probably would have. Like looking back, like remember how like back then, like that was like such a far distance, but in retrospect, it was like nothing.
I'm pretty sure I drove, but I don't think I ever drove when I was there or when I was that age. I thought we used to you should demonize it, but I've driven drunk so many times since then.
We were smart. We always found either we'd have a parent, like we knew one parent that was really cool with us knowing that we were drunk, or we had like Evan. Evan never drank.
Oh yeah.
And so Evan usually was my DD.
That's right.
And so I would always just ask him, "Hey, can you leave my DVD? I'll give you like $5." Yeah. He's like, "Sure." I'm like, "All right, that's cool."
Okay. I forgot Evan never drank.
Yeah. And then he got to college and he was the biggest partier out of all of us.
That's funny as hell.
And the thing is, what's so funny with him is like his mom was like, "Quit being a pussy and drink."
Yeah.
We would be in high school.
That's the thing too, is like all the people in Weston, like the parents are pretty much from Weston.
Yeah.
So they grew up fucking partying in Weston.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was telling, I don't know if I told you last week, but yeah, about my mom talking about drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fucking going all crazy shit. So like if she was doing that shit, everybody was doing
like
it.
fuck.
All the moppins, the bucklers, fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
they was it Eddie Hendricks?
Folks, Hendricks, all of them.
He told me, he was like, I was talking to him because I was doing community service for school because I got in a food fight. I was one of the people that started that food fight my junior year or my senior year. It was
I think it was senior year.
Senior because it was Patrick Moore got he got expelled.
Yep. It's insane.
Because he thought of the idea and he came up to me. He's like, "Would you be down with him?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, fuck yeah." You tell me,
Charles Manson.
Yeah, you tell me it, and then I'll do I'll launch one because I picked up a thing of applesauce and I just tossed that
That's
shit.
Amazing.
And so I don't even know what else.
Eddie Hendricks.
Oh yeah, Eddie Hendricks. He was talking about how when he was in high school, how they would sit on where the Weston Chronicle building is.
Oh, yeah.
They would sit in that area in that little ditch.
Yeah.
And they would just drink, and they're like the back of their like El Camino was like full of like empty beer cans, and then the cop would come by. He was like, "All right, guys, you need to get home."
Yeah, the cop would just take the beer and then tell them to go home.
Yeah,
that's what my mom said too. It's like, yeah, they didn't ever. It was like a waste of their time to fucking put us in jail or something. That's kind of dumb. And then because then their parents would find out. Like my grandpa, everybody knew my grandpa. If you pissed him off, he was gonna come find you and fucking yell. And nobody wanted him to yell. He was yell. He was loud and angry.
But yeah, it was really weird how that small townness was. But then
I kind of miss that. I love living in Kansas City, like in a city, because like it's cool. It's fucking cool. Cities are cool. But yeah, the small town shit, like right now, if I wanted to, we like in Weston, if we both lived in Weston, we could go to the bunkhouse and like hang out with people that we haven't seen in 4 years. And it's just like we'd never left.
Yeah, really, it would honestly go back in time, and it would just be like,
which is cool.
It's awesome, but also one of the shitty things because like once you had that reputation or you had like I will never be able to shake what people think of me, and you too. Like people always will think of us as that person.
For some reason, people think I'm a pothead.
Really?
Which really fucking pisses me off because I was never a pothead.
You were never a pothead. Yeah,
I hung out with potheads.
Yeah, you hung out with all the potheads. But the thing is, like, also
my cousin's wife thinks I'm a pothead,
and my mom thinks you're a pothead. My mom was like, when we lived together, she's like, you know, Aaron does, Aaron does drugs. I'm like, no, he doesn't. I'm like, he works for the airport. He can't, or he wouldn't have a job.
I never did anyway.
You might be talking about his brother, his twin brother.
Yeah, that's what I always thought. I was like, I'm glad we're not identical, because then.
Oh yeah.
But then like people probably know that my mom like fucking partied and did all this shit, but everybody else is doing it too.
Yeah, like why are you guys acting like hypocrites? Like, dude, like. Gives a shit. You just moved out from it. You just moved on from it. It doesn't mean.
I think people actually like sincerely talk shit about me being a drug addict, like a pothead, not a drug addict.
Well, yeah. Well,
because I hung out with like people who smoked weed, but like they I don't know, man.
It's angry. It's angry. Like people talk about like.
I think it's funny, but also like.
It's like grow up.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Like you could just talk to me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
I
think weed's cool, but I don't like smoking it very much.
Hell, you can't. You couldn't even like. You just bought some CBD and you gave it to me. He bought CBD. It's legal shit. And he was like, John, you can have the rest of this.
I got CBD, little gummies of CBD that had the legal THC that they can put in stuff now.
Delta 8.
Delta 9 is the regular kind that usually gets people high. Delta 10 is the better shit. Delta 8's really kind of like a low power weed, basically. Anyway, got the gummies. I was like, oh, this is cool. And they were cheap as hell. They were like $3 a piece, which is crazy for gummies. And 20 milligrams? Deal. But yeah, then they had coconut oil in them, and I'm allergic to coconut, so I put it in my mouth for a little bit, and I was like, nope, can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And then I gave the rest to John.
Yeah, and then I ate them. They're good.
Fucking never ends. I got to give everything I buy with coconut oil to John.
It's like, hey, John, you want this? Yeah, I want that. I'll try it. Twisted my arm. I'll take it.
Yeah. Here's this free weed.
Yeah.
God.
So, I guess there's some stuff I wanted to talk about.
Oh, sure. Let's talk stuff.
So I don't know if you heard about, do you know that John Deere and NASA are teaming up together?
Really?
I swear to God.
About what? Like growing corn in space?
Well, like John Deere's going to be the...
Helped tractors drive themselves. Oh. There's been a lot of talk lately of self-driving cars. A self-driving tractor? Ooh,
yeah.
This gets my little farmer heart pumping.
I thought it would.
My dad about this. A John Deere with a jet propulsion on it? Oh my God.
Yeah, I read this and I was like, what the hell is this shit? But yeah, Tesla and then, Elon Musk, NASA, all of them are like gaining up and they're all going to work together.
Wow.
Well, because you know what? Elon Musk just had like a landing of a test.
SpaceX, yeah.
But no, he had a test one of like the spaceships that like you and I will be able to buy.
Yeah.
And it crashed today.
We'll never be able to buy it.
I know, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing he's like, you know, like once these things go up and running, what's going to happen is like you can buy one, put a down payment on it, and then you just work it off. And I'm like,
yeah, that sounds like every other down payment.
Yeah, like,
what are you gonna?
But I'm like, I'm assuming like you're actually gonna do work for him up in space. But I'm like, yeah, that kind of thing.
Like tests and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Like, fuck your wife in space or something. Okay.
So, but yeah, that's one of the things like he's.
I mean, it's neat. I think it's pretty neat.
Yeah,
I like the idea of like the futuristic shit. I think Elon Musk is really misguided. I think he's a very rich man who doesn't do much for anybody else but himself. But I do think it's very cool. I want a Tesla. I would love to have that car.
And they're not that expensive.
They're not that expensive. Like $35,000 for a brand new one. Pretty good. He likes Bitcoin, which I enjoy a lot. I think that's kind of cool.
How's your Bitcoin?
Not bad. I got 1,000 in Bitcoin. So
nice.
like it's 0.01%, which if I end up holding on to it for like a while, it'll be worth a pretty good amount of money. according to
Bitcoin.
like projections.
Mm.
They say like because Bitcoin, there's only so many of them that you can get or in circulation. So eventually, people are just going to hoard them, and that will make the price go up higher. Yeah. So like think of it as Beanie Babies. Like if Beanie Babies were just like if they stopped producing Beanie Babies in 1993, then now they'd be worth a lot of money. But they didn't do that.
How many Beanie Babies do you have?
Oh, 700?
Are you serious?
Yeah. We talked about this. I got those Beanie Babies my grandma.
Yeah, and like all from Walmart, from McDonald's and all that.
Well,
shit.
we got those, yeah,
but
but
you
they're
also
like
got
the actual Beanie Babies. Yeah, some of them are probably worth money.
Isn't that so weird that was such a big thing?
I mean, I got the same. I got baseball cards from my uncle, and I have like 100,000 baseball cards probably. And I was looking at there's a bunch of baseball card like trading and collectible places around, like in Liberty and North Kansas City, whatever. And they were like, yeah, you can bring in your stuff, but we're specifically not looking for stuff from like the 80s and 90s because that's when everybody was like collecting stuff. And like a lot of the cards that my uncle has are from the 80s and the 90s. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm going to be stuck with these things forever. Like, it's cool. I love baseball and cars. Like, baseball cards are awesome, but I'd like to sell them and buy a fucking Tesla. I want a new car. I want baseball cards to buy me a new car. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I'm in the world of getting a new car or looking for... Isn't it? But the thing is, like for me, it's like I never want to buy a new one. I want, unless it was like a Tesla, and that would be like a weekend car that I would have. But I wouldn't like it was a Honda Accord. I think that's really what I want, and you can get those.
Drop $8,000 for a fucking like a 2010 Accord that's got like 100,000 miles on it, and you'll be good for 10 years, maybe probably. You've had your fucking CRV for like 15 years.
Yeah, I've had that shit for a long time. She runs, she's running.
Yeah, I would like just a Toyota Corolla, just a fucking even if it's, I don't know, fucking 5 or 6 years old, whatever, 10 years old.
Yeah, like I don't like, cause I really would honestly like to spend only like
5 or 6
three to 5.
Yeah, well, I spent 4 on the one I've got now, and it's been a little bumpy. Not the best investment, but not the worst. I've had worse. No, probably not had worse, but it's not the worst car ever. It's fine as it like sits by my apartment waiting to go to the shop.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the anti-lock brake system's like messed up or something, so I just gotta bring it there and have them fix it. Yeah. Whatever. That's a pretty common thing for older cars, I guess. It's like an 06, 07.
Okay. Yeah, mine's an 06.
Yeah. So
she's getting up there. I just, I'm gonna have to.
If anybody's got a lead on some nice cars that are cheap,
yeah, let us know.
Just give them to us. I'll give you 0.01% of a Bitcoin.
Yeah, I'll just give you hugs.
Yeah, and some CBD gummies or something.
Yeah, something like that. If I don't eat them all.
Yeah.
Before.
I would like a small car, like a compact car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't need anything.
That gets a lot of good mileage.
Yeah, I just want something that gets good gas mileage. If I could get like if it could be 4-wheel drive, that'd be awesome. Just because when winter comes.
Sure.
But pickers can't be choosers on that.
Pickers
kind of thing.
Can't be losers.
That's true. Grapes can't be
wrath. Grapes of can't be wrath.
Exactly.
Grapes can't be wrath.
Grapes can't.
What
be.
is a wrath? What is a grape full of wrath? A raisin.
A raisin, pretty much. What's your opinion on people who blame their zodiac sign on their they blame their behavior on their zodiac sign?
Oh, very misguided. I don't want to say they're stupid.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think they're dumb.
I think pseudosciences have ruined the minds of a lot of people. It's the same thing with like QAnon and conspiracy theorists. I think that zodiac sign shit is kind of a conspiracy theory because there's really nothing backing it. There's no proof behind it. There's no proof that it actually means anything to be born under a certain star. Who gives a month? What?
What do you care?
It's no different than gemstones. You just say like, oh, my gemstone is ruby, so I'm being a nice person this week. Like, what? Like, what it doesn't matter. There's no correlation. I think people like to be a part of something that they perceive as bigger than them. which like fandom of sports, I think is very similar to this. Like they feel like they're a part of it when really they have nothing to do with it.
They didn't do anything.
You know?
Yeah.
Like people wearing hats backwards or something during a baseball game or inside out, like a rally cap.
Yeah.
It didn't fucking matter. You didn't change the outcome of anything. So I think stars have nothing to do with us, besides like the scientific shit. Astrology is kind of silly. Astronomy is pretty cool. And I hope I didn't mix the two of those up because sometimes I'll do that. Astrology, I'm pretty sure, is the fake one. Astronomy is the study of stars.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I think it's silly. I think it's kind of I think it's an excuse to not grow.
Sure. Yeah.
If you want my honest opinion, I think it's just it's an excuse not to grow and to be like, well, like it's just because it's like a weird week for me, and that's what my zodiac sign said. It's like, no, it didn't.
It's
like,
not introspective at all. It's not like you're not like digging into what could actually into your psyche and like, well, it wasn't my parents who neglected me as a child that is bothering me and made me the person who I am today. It's because I was born under a Taurus.
Yeah, and then
I'm a bull.
and I'm a water. I'm a water.
And I'm water.
Yeah, I'm a water creature, a water sign.
Yeah.
It's like fire signs, water signs, land signs. It's like you're fucking dumb. Not dumb.
Captain Planet.
You're silly. You're just being. It's like what the fuck are you guys talking about?
I think people who don't take it seriously and kind of joke about it and things, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. But the people who, well, first of all, I think the people who write the horoscopes and stuff are no different than like psychics, and in that they're willfully deceiving people, which I think is really fucked up. And I think the people that fall for it, like full-fledged fall for it, are very broken people and just need some kind of excuse or something to grapple onto.
Yeah,
it's like a cult.
It is. It's just annoying because I met this really pretty girl. I might have told you this story, and I thought we were hitting off really well, and then I was like, hey, can I get your number? And she's like, well, like, maybe, like, what's your sign? And I'm like, God damn it. And I'm like, I think a Capricorn, but I don't know my real birthday.
Yeah. That's the best part is that you have no idea.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't really know. Even if I did know, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. And
people, they didn't plan for that. No. That curveball you threw them.
Yeah. And I'm like, I think a Capricorn, and she's like, oh, and then she's like, no, I don't know. I'm like, you know what, good, because I don't want to get it now anyway, because you just based everything that you.
It's Virgo season, baby.
Yeah. Libra. I'm a Libra.
Libra.
Fucking
rising moon, setting sun. Like, yeah, that's what those things do.
Yeah.
They do that.
They do that. Yeah, because the Earth.
Well, I'm a rising moon and a fiery sun.
What about crystals?
That's what it is. Oh, don't get me started. I don't like crystals at all. I think they're neat. I think they're cool. Rowan she's not like a big crystal person, but she likes having them. I think she thinks they're neat too. That or whenever she starts talking about them, I just blank. I don't know. She's got them laying around the house. Maybe she thinks they do something, but I don't think she does. I don't know. She burns sage too, which stinks. Yeah, I don't like sage at all. I don't like it either.
I think it smells.
It cleanses my nose and my vomit out of my tummy. Rowan, if you watch this show, keep doing what you want to do, but whenever you light the sage on fire, just tell me I can walk outside for a little bit. Please. Do what you want. I don't care. Sure. Crystals, okay, so there was a time where a bunch of like comedians who I knew like was kind of close with were just carrying crystals around on tour, and they would like talk about them and like, you know, blah blah blah, and like, well, this one does like power. It's like, what? You got to recharge it or something, like put it in the sun to charge it. It's like, this isn't a battery.
How do you know it's fully charged?
Yeah, this isn't alien technology or something. I don't know, man. I think that it's very similar to the horoscope stuff, where people think that people don't like coming face to face with who they really are in a direct way.
Yeah.
or at all. So like they have to keep taking these weird steps to learn what they're all about. So, but then they have something to like put that on too. So like the more steps you take, the more steps it takes backwards to go to back to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you may have done something in your past and now you're blaming it on being a fucking Libra or something. And it's like, okay, well that's like, you're just introducing more of these things that you need to fucking get over to then, you know, learn how to really get over it. I think it's really sad. I'll go back to that every time. If you're happily a fucking crystal person or a horoscope person,
God
fine.
bless you.
Do what you want. I don't care. But
we have an hour to kill.
If I was a psychologist, I'd be like, I don't think this is good.
No.
I don't think this is good for your head, for your, you know, your ego. I don't think it's good. But also as long as like I respect what Rowan does. I don't think she's really into astrology, but she does have crystals around the house. I do respect that she's not like pushing it on people if she is into it.
Right.
You know, and my dad was like that when we were kids and still is, I think, with his religious beliefs. Like, he never said anything really to us about it. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what people should do. Just keep your shit to yourself. I don't need to see I love seeing crystals and rocks and shit. Those things are cool as hell.
Yeah.
I would buy a crystal because it looks
cool. Yeah, it looks cool as shit.
Cool.
But I don't think there's any power.
I'm not going to hold on to it, you know, when I take a shit or something.
Yeah.
Like,
put it in my belly button, sit out in the sun. It's recharging my heart.
It's recharging my tummy. I don't need to eat. Yeah, man. I don't know. I think it's just deception, willful deception. I think that's fucked up.
That's the one thing, like, I have to be careful with the whole Jewish thing. I'm like enjoy it as much as you like it, but don't go too fucking crazy.
A lot of the rituals and stuff.
Yeah,
it's very. I mean, it was a tribe, so it's very like tribal and has some old stuff to it still.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, they got him circumcised. Anyway,
woo, that's a close one.
I remember having that conversation with my parents. Let me tell you about a real awkward conversation I had with my folks. My mom was like, "Yeah, like we saw your wiener. You hadn't been circumcised, and we thought that like we didn't want you to feel uncomfortable in the locker room." I'm like, "No one would have been looking at my cock, Mom."
Parents are so backwards about. You were gonna be a light-skinned Hispanic kid in a Hispanic country.
Yeah,
they would have murdered you in the streets and then stolen your normal wiener.
Yeah,
for their place.
It's like, Mom, like, she's like, I was like 5-6 years old when I got circumcised.
Got clipped.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not normal.
No, I mean, circumcision shouldn't be normal anyway.
That's weird.
It's mutilation.
Yeah, it really, it's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's not.
Why?
Why?
No need to cut off. Like, it's like, why is there all that skin? Let's just cut it off. Let's get rid of it.
We've said 3 of the same thing.
Yeah.
This is amazing. We're in unison.
Synchronicity, bro.
I can't believe
Straight up synchronicity.
Maybe we are under the right stars.
Yeah.
We are Capricorn. One by law.
Do you have any crystals on you? It feels like you have crystals on you.
Oh, buddy, do I? I got gold in my cell phone.
So, Aaron, you know what time it is?
Hit me.
It's our favorite time of the show.
Okay.
All right, guys, if you're not familiar, this is our favorite part of the episode.
Oh, boy.
Where we go on Craigslist misconnections. And what we do is we try to connect 2 misconnections to make it whole again.
Yeah, we try to connect the dots. Connect the thoughts.
Yeah. So
let's just do the first 3 look good.
Okay.
So let's do the first 10. Nikki Frizzell, Independence. This is your old Oak Grove connection. That's a good start.
All right.
We met at Applebee's at Independence Center in the early 2000s during the Christmas season. Maybe 2003? I'd like to know more about this shit. First of all, why the fuck are you giving out her full name? Nobody's ever done that on this.
Oh,
They're always
man.
like really secretive. Like, hey, if you remember me and you know who this is, send me a pic.
The thing is, like, look what I'm doing. I'm about to get on Facebook.
yeah,
I'm going to
you're gonna look up Nikki Frizzell.
look Nikki
That is just an egregious like
Frizzell.
fucking mishandling of privacy. I hate it. This fella deserves to get bit.
There are several. Oh, this
Really?
one's from Alabama.
Frizzell?
Frizzell, yeah.
That's a wild name. That's not a normal name, is
Yeah,
it?
I haven't seen any from Kansas City. Hold on, let me
It may be just from Independence, though.
Yeah, maybe I should put
He
it.
probably left. Shit, it was back in
Yeah.
2003.
Was it in?
If you're eating at a fucking Applebee's in a mall in 2003
Yeah,
in
there's
Independence,
none in
Missouri,
Independence.
you're either dead or gone. You know what I mean? Oh, that would suck if she was dead. Well,
I should just send this. I should just take a screenshot of this and then send it to all of us. Like, is this you?
yeah, we could help or make their life worse. I don't know.
Like, why are you contacting me, dude? Like,
Yeah. Well, we have a podcast.
we'll have a podcast, and I'm just trying to reconnect people. I feel like we're doing something important.
Looking for Merle W.
Jeez, a lot of like just putting out people's information.
Oh, I know. At least Merle W is like not the full name. Looking for Merle W.
Oh,
Leewood.
God.
We met at the casino, both playing blackjack. Talked about the house you are renovating. Would like to get to know you better.
Hit me up.
Hit her up.
Come on, buddy.
Him is Merle. Merle's a dude's name, right?
I don't know.
Merle Haggard was a male country singer.
Yeah, Merle Haggard.
Merle Haggard.
Working for whiskey?
Yep. Working for whiskey. Good, it's long. Sugar Creek. This probably will never get the right person.
Sugar
Good start.
Creek's in like by Weston.
I think so.
It's
yeah.
in between Atchison and Weston.
Oh yeah.
It's where Tara lives.
Is that Sugar Creek?
I think so.
Yeah, probably. I was not in. Okay. This probably will never get to the right person. I was working in a unit on Lexington. You wanted to work for me. I was not interested in you working for me. I would never get a job done, especially if I know my mind. If I know my mind. Okay. If you are interested in that, I will hire you immediately for as long as you want. Gross! Ew! He's talking about like jerking off at her
Yeah.
on the fucking work line. Come on.
That's
That's
gross.
horrible.
Come on. You're better than that, dude.
Fuck off, dude. Where's the party women at? Hell yeah, brother. Yes. Where's the party women at, Shawnee? 34 years old here in Shawnee. What happened to all my late party women out here? I moved back and everybody's gone, looking for some company and fun.
Oh, I could answer this one. I know what happened. It's called COVID.
Global pandemic. You fucking goofball.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Where's all the chicks at?
Yeah. Where there's no parties? Because everyone have to wear masks.
I haven't seen a mouth in a year.
Jennifer Brown.
Full name.
Full name.
Okay, this one's pretty basic. We worked together and would occasionally meet up. What happened to you? Well, you gave her full name out on Craigslist and now she's murdered.
Oh, man.
What happened to you? Missing that connections with grandma. That sounds sad.
Oh.
Good Friday is coming. Let's talk. What? Good Friday is coming. You
Girl.
need to talk to your fucking priest.
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Girl with a U.
Okay. Knobnoster, baby. Looking for a passable girl. CD trans friend who likes inside activities. CD trend? What's CD trans?
Ow. Let me look it up.
CD trans friend.
Oh, transgendered and cross-dressing.
Oh, passable girl. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense now.
All right.
Okay, that's cool.
Who likes inside activities? So what the fuck does that mean? You're
Means
doing
a lot of sex.
a lot of butt stuff, a lot of fucking.
A lot of butt stuff, I'm
All
assuming.
right, go to town, dog. Fuck 'em. Knobnoster. You got to get the fucking fun in. And what a name.
Yeah.
Woman or couple wanted. This might be good. Woman or couple wanted. Overland Park, Kansas. Looking for female or couple to have some fun with from time to time. Smiley face. Message me here or email me, and I'll give you my Kick name. People still use Kick?
I guess.
Have you ever used Kick?
Nope.
I never used Kick either.
Once.
Was it just like a messaging app?
Yeah, it's messaging. I have like with my
Like specifically for porn.
I have some Honduran friends, and that's what I use.
Is
so
that
it's
like what WhatsApp is now?
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of. Yeah.
All this shit I've never used. I just got a Cash App recently. Not sure what that is. Male going to casino offering rides to females wanting to go.
I wonder what this could be about.
Male in 50s willing to give female 40 ride to the casinos. Will be good time for both of us. I wonder if there's just like, first of all, the fact that every time it's a male in his 50s or 60s, they always want somebody at least 10 years younger than them. But I wonder if there's like this weird like sex ring going on in casinos where just a bunch of old like aunts and uncles and grandparents and shit just go to fuck each other after. I bet there's gotta be.
Has to be.
Gotta be.
Gotta be. Humans
Losing money, not happy. You gotta bang. Home Depot all day. Okay. Home Depot, Blue Springs, Missouri. Latino with long blue nails. Long shot, but worth the effort. Black eye. What? This guy's losing it.
You think our title should be Latino with long blue nails?
No, I think it should be black eye.
Black eye. Black eye. We got it.
Black eye. Look at what does that even mean?
What? Why? Why black eye? Black eye. Oh man.
So weird.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I usually send Aaron like a list of random things, and he'll just pick one to be
Worth the effort.
Yeah. George,
let's see active lady in this morning. Let's just try it out. That sounds weird too.
Yeah.
East Kansas City, Missouri area active lady this morning. Send pic, name, and number. More when talk on phone. No hours long texts. Just short and sweet. Must travel. This is some coded shit that we are not supposed to be opening.
All right. Send pic. Okay, that makes sense.
Name and number. Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. More when talk on phone. So I'm assuming he'll give you more information when you get on the phone with him, if you're worth his time.
Yeah.
No long hour text. So I'm assuming he doesn't want to text back and forth for a long amount of time.
Okay.
Just short and sweet. Just like, hey, come over and fuck. Or he'll text you like, hey, you want to come over and fuck?
Yeah.
It's be roughly about. There might be a little more words here, like, hey, I'm really horny. You want to fuck? Or there'll be a little bit more like, fuck? Question mark? It'll be something like that.
That'd be quick and easy.
Yeah, and then must travel. It means he's always going to host.
So where's he at?
I don't know. Probably in a trailer, about the killer.
Yeah, probably. We'll never know.
We'll never know.
George C. in Blue Springs. George C. in Blue Springs. We've known each other for a long time, but only messed around once in your basement. I would love to do it again. You live off the south end of 7 Highway. Let's explore more male-to-male fun. If you see this, let me know what we did so I know it's you. George C. What's the C stand for, Georgie? Cock? Come. A lot of C's in sex.
It is.
Cunnilingus?
Coitus.
I always thought coitus started with a Q. Nope. It doesn't. Coitus, I think. Anyway, friends. A lot of Blue Springs stuff.
Yeah.
Huh. Looking for friends to hang out and have fun. If interested, tell me what you like to do for fun.
It's pretty simple.
What do I like to do for fun?
He's going to somehow twist it around to have it be sex.
Yeah.
But, that's nice. He's at least being, nice.
Estate sale scalp patches.
Oh, God.
This seems like it's not about sex. But
we'll see.
We'll see. Estate sale scalp patches, Overland Park. You came to our estate sale a couple weeks, Sean. What? A couple weeks, Sean, in Overland Park. You knew a lot about Boy Scout patches and then came back to purchase one, but it had sold. If this is you, hit me up. I I think it's about fucking all of a sudden. it's hit me. I think this is about fucking. I don't think he found the patch that person was looking for. I think it's about, hey, if I liked your patches, I want to.
You knew a lot about Boy Scout patches, and then came back to purchase one. What?
Yeah, what were you? Where do they sell Boy Scout patches? At the Boy Scout store? I don't fucking know, man. Rainy Nights Alone.
All right, this might be the last one.
Okay, cool. Rainy Nights Alone. White female who has a boyfriend but never has time. Rainy nights are harder to handle than lonely nights. Hit me up. Let's chat. Rainy nights are lonely. Especially if you're a white female. With a boyfriend who just doesn't have the time.
I know. I don't know.
Hidden Valley Mountain Bike Park. Let's do that one. That'll be the end. All
yeah,
right,
this will be all Mexican. I see Mexican guys, so it's gonna be good.
Hidden Valley Mountain Bike Park, North Kansas City. I'm the guy in the parking lot, and you were wearing green, I think. Saw you in the parking lot, but didn't get a chance to talk. I was talking to the Mexican guy when you rode by, so couldn't really say anything. Would love to talk and maybe go riding together. Imagine, like, that person reading that and then all of a sudden being like, oh, the Mexican guy. Like, that's the pillar that person remembers.
Like, who is it? Oh, yeah, the Mexican.
Duh, that horrendously blatant Mexican
guy
person.
with the sombrero and wearing the poncho.
Because obviously,
in
this
the
guy's
burrito.
Like, he was such a Mexican guy that he thinks he's got to point it out. That's insane.
Jesus Christ.
Don't meet this person.
Don't do it. Please don't. You're better off not doing that.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron. We've reached the end of another podcast.
We did
Oh,
it.
my God. How do we...
We keep doing this. They keep letting us do this.
I know. Well, I don't know. YouTube is getting kind of mad at us.
Yeah, we're going to have to go to Parlor.
I know.
Ugh. Can you imagine?
Gross.
Have to go to Patreon.
So do you have anything that you want to...
Yeah, if you're in the market for live stand-up comedy shows.
I think UCLA just won.
Did they?
Yeah, we're going to the Final Four, goddammit.
Congratulations.
Yeah!
I forgot you were Bruin.
Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, my God. Yeah, we beat Michigan. Wow. You know what the score was? 51-49.
Ugh, I hate college basketball.
Oh, my God. Michigan was ranked. Michigan was number 1 seed. We were number 11.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right. Well, you guys can come celebrate UCLA's impending NCAA championship win April 9th at the Mockingbird Lounge at Patio Goofs, a stand-up comedy show featuring several funny people, including myself. Also, April 23rd is the Cool Baby Comedy Show at the Truman. And then some other stuff probably coming up.
Are we gonna live stream those?
I don't think so. We could probably.
We have the equipment now to do it.
I know. We can probably live stream Patio Goofs if you want.
No, I'll do that.
By.
I'll do it. I'll
All right.
live stream it
Dope.
for us.
Perfect. Yeah, go to @I am Aaron Naylor. Check out Cool Baby Comedy. It's coming back. So that's pretty much it.
All right. Like, comment, and subscribe on this video. You should definitely subscribe. Definitely give this video likes up. Follow me on all my social medias at John D. Clouser. It's the same thing on all of it on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. UCLA just won. We're going to the Final Four. It was an awful score, but somehow we've beaten all these really good teams. I don't know why.
Sports are weird.
I don't know what we've done. We're the 11th seed.
Because it's Virgo season, baby.
That is. It's Virgo season. All right, guys. We will see you guys on another episode of the Aaron and John Show next week. Bye. Adios. Be safe.